Testing, testing, testing. Welcome to the Crypto Boss Ninja channel. Let's look at Bitcoin. So I know I wasn't live yesterday. We're going live today to make up for it. I'll still be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. So if you guys are new, appreciate it if you hit the like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. And we are streaming on YouTube, so go check me out, Crypto Boss Ninja on YouTube. So first of all, I guess before we even get to Bitcoin, I want to look at the Fair Greed Index. Right now we are in greed. Be cautious. We are in greed. We're in greed. We're in greed. We're in greed. Be cautious. That's all I'll say. We're at 72, and we're in greed. And I don't know what extreme greed starts at. I wish it would tell you. It might be 80. I think it might be anything above 80. So just be cautious. Right now, Bitcoin is really trying to turn $37,000 into support, and that's what we're looking at. Thank you guys for the likes, and yeah, that's kind of what we're looking at. So all right, let me start on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin, and then we'll work our way to the smaller time frames. So the weekly time frame for Bitcoin right now is well, I have resistance above us at $39,500, and to the downside I have support right at, well, basically 35,984. So we're below support right there, and if you don't get back above basically 36k, we'll call it, round up a little bit. I'm looking for a move as low as 33.3, and that is kind of the support and resistance zones. Also, on the weekly chart, you're completely overbought. Thank you, Jose, for joining the Telegram channel. We do have a Telegram channel. I forgot to mention that. But feel free to join it. It's free to join, and last bull run is very active. So I'm hoping this bull run is even more active. This bear market's been very dead, though. So 3-day chart is overbought on Bitcoin as well. Daily chart is actually already curving down. That's not a good sign. Daily chart could get a dump for you on Bitcoin, which I don't like. And on top of that, you're kind of putting in a lower high because the previous high was 38,180. And then you got completely oversold. You made a higher low, and now you're making a lower high. I don't like what I'm looking at. Let's still go to the smaller time frames. 12-hour chart right now is, but the 12-hour chart, daily chart doesn't look good. It's looking like it wants to start curling, but the 12-hour chart is kind of in a flag, a bull flag actually. So we'll see what happens. The 6-hour chart right now for Bitcoin is already oversold. So the 12-hour chart looks interesting. 6-hour chart looks like you are bullish still. I bet the 4-hour chart's oversold as well. 4-hour chart is also oversold. That's in a flag. So if we zoom into the smaller time frames, that looks somewhat interesting to me, right? That's kind of the flag we're in, and I would actually even take it to the bottom of this wick right here. So if Bitcoin can stay above 36,600, to me, there's a chance that this is a bull flag on the higher time frames. If you take the move to the top of the wick to the last local low, which was around 34.5, your measure move to the upside, if this is a bull pennant or a bull flag, I would say it's a bull flag, your measure move would take you to 41.2, and that's also the measure move of the previous pattern that we were looking at here that I thought was a rising wedge. So to me, both patterns take you to 41.2 area. I'm going to mark that as a major resistance. That's looking more and more likely. I believe Bitcoin actually goes to $41,200 at some point, just because Bitcoin continues to look like it wants to go that high. Now, if Bitcoin loses, the only invalidation point would be, I'm looking for Bitcoin on the higher time frames to see 41.2 before you get a massive dump, unless Bitcoin loses the level of 36.6. If Bitcoin loses 36.6, then it's game over. If Bitcoin can stay above $36,600, we'll call it 36.5 to give you some insurance. I see Bitcoin going higher as long as it holds 36.5. So that's, you could open up a long, not financial advice, and have your stop there. And I believe if you lose 36.5, that would be in validation to go to 35.9 and then 33.4, 33.3. But if Bitcoin stays above 36,500, I'm looking for a possible move to 41.2, and it's just that simple. Keep it simple, and yeah. And the 1-hour chart for Bitcoin looks overall making a kind of a lower high, but again, it's kind of in the pattern if you go to the 1-hour chart. And the 15-minute chart looks good to me, trying to make a higher low. I like what I'm seeing on the Bitcoin 6 and 12-hour chart, and that's what I'm going to call for this week. Is it possible? I'm not going to. I'll say for this month, because I don't think that's going to happen immediately. I think this month Bitcoin sees $40,000, maybe even 41.2, and let's just that'd be great for altcoins. So going to altcoins now. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I will look at them. But anyways, we got one person watching on YouTube. I just made a video on Digibyte. I also want to talk about this coin, Galfa coin. It's on the daily chart. It's already made a higher low. The 3-day chart does need to continue going lower. There's a day and 20 hours left in that chart, but I'm looking to buy Galfa. This week, by the end of this week, I'm gonna probably put over $1,000 into this coin, and we'll see what happens. The 3-day chart right now for this looks, again, it's overbought, but maybe by Friday of next week or this upcoming week, it could be oversold on the 3-day chart, or not completely oversold. I think it'll probably be halfway down here by Friday. We'll see what happens. Daily chart already looks good to me on Galfa. So this is a gaming coin. I like what I'm seeing. And if you just go to the 3-day chart, ever since it's come out on on Mexc, it's just in a massive uptrend. The market cap is still pretty small, so this is something I'm going to put money into, and that's all I'm going to talk about this coin. It's just a gaming coin, something to keep on your radar, and I will tell you when I buy it. I'll probably make a video about it the day I buy it, but that's something to look for, and I will put over $1,000, maybe $1,000 at the most, $1,500, but it's probably going to be close to $1,000 to $1,200, something like that, into this coin. I'm thinking it's going to be $1,000 to $1,250. That's $1,000 to $1,300. Not that it really matters, I guess, how much I put in. But the other coin that I'm in a trade on right now is Galacoin. So let me go down to Galacoin. So Galacoin is looking really interesting to me on the 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame to me right now, that looks really good for another move to the upside. And this is like, to me, if you just want to keep it simple, let me make sure you guys can see it you can't see it on TikTok. That's like a 4-hour bull flag. You broke out of this. I would say it's kind of like a rising wedge, kind of, in a way. Not really, but kind of. Ascending triangle. That's more of like a ascending triangle that you broke out of. And now you had a mini breakout. Now you're testing the top of the pattern. And while you're on the top of the pattern, now you're making a bull flag. And the measure move of this bull flag, the measure move of the bigger time frame is 32. The measure move of the smaller time frame, if you take it from the high to the low, let's see what that measure move would be. The measure move for that is the same. So that confirms that when you get the same measure move, or very close to the same measure move within like 0.5%, to me that tells me that it's a valid measure move. That is a measure move to 31.6 to 32. So if you want to be conservative, you could call it 31. But I see a move coming 31 on Galacoin. I'm in this from basically 21. It was at like 2099 when I entered on 10x leverage with just like $10. But again, if this thing goes, this is a trade I'm willing to hold forever if I can, or at least to the all-time highs. If this thing goes, I put $10 in. If this thing goes to the 84 cents, the all-time high, I would make between $5,000 and $6,000. And to me, to risk $10 to make that, I'm okay with that. So this is that's the trade I'm in right now on Gal. This is a long-term swing trade. As long as I don't get stopped out, I'll stay in this trade. But that's the other long-term. That's a long-term trade I'm looking at. And yeah, that's the coins I wanted to go over, really. So if you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I will look at them. Otherwise, I'll be back live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. So let me just go through here and see. I don't know if anyone said any coins they would like me to see, but I guess I will have to look. So Grok to 1 billion. I'm sure that's a scam coin. So I would. Yeah, I don't see anything besides that scam coin. Realm, that seems like less of a scam coin. We can see what Realm is. It's on Gate.io. Yeah, this is a coin that I could actually get behind. So I'll make a video about this because I need to make some videos. Testing. Welcome to the Crypto Boss Institute channel. Let's look at Realm Coin. It was a request on my live stream. The weekly chart's overbought, the daily 3 days overbought, the daily's overbought and curving down, trying to get above the 200-day moving average. If we go to the 4-hour time frame right now, the 4-hour time frame is in a falling wedge, so this is somewhat interesting to me. I don't know what the market cap is. I don't know anything about this. I just know that it was a request, and if you just do that bottom trend line like so, and then you get the measure move from the top wick to the bottom wick, your measure move would be roughly 1.4 cents. So that's almost a double up. This is actually an interesting coin that I would be looking out for, because it actually looks like it could make a move to 1.4, and you could have your stop loss at 587 below that last local low. If we go to the 1 hour chart, you can see that there is lower liquidity because you're having ridiculous wicks, but it does still seem like if you hold 587, this could move all the way up to 14 or 1.4 cents, I should say, not 14. And the 1 hour chart is above the 200-day moving average. I like that. As a 4 hour chart above the 200-day moving average, it is by a long shot. The 6 hour chart, let's look at that. It's above the 200-day moving average. 6 hours also oversold. 12 hour chart might need a dump. You also have a CME gap down here, but if you lose 587, it's probably going to hit the gap anyway. That's also where the 200-day moving average is. So I like the 4 hour chart on smaller time frames. The 12 hour chart and higher time frames are very overbought, so be cautious. This does look like it could make a move as high as 1.4. That's my trade. If you lose 587, that's where my stop would be. Not financial advice, just if I enter the trade, which I'm not going to. Plus, I don't even think it's on Mexc. So that's all I got. If you guys enjoyed this, appreciate it. If you'll hit the like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. I'll see you guys in the next update. I can't even talk tonight. It's bad. Alright, so Realm is actually a somewhat decent coin. It looks somewhat interesting, so thank you for that request. Thank you for the follow, Adam. Thank you for the follow, Tate. And, yeah. So, let me see if there's any other requests. And if there's not, that's going to wrap it up. It's going to be a pretty quick stream because I will be live tomorrow, so I don't think the market's going to change too much in the next 21 hours, but I will be live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time. So, with that being said, that's kind of all I got. Thank you for the follow, you, and I do see one new request, so I'm gonna go look at AVAX because that's a request as well. And this is on Coinbase. Let's just kind of see what this is about. I don't think I've looked at AVAX in a long time. Welcome to the Crypto Bus Century channel. Someone requested we look at AVAX, so that's what we're going to do. AVAX on the weekly time frame is having a breakout, a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame. It's overbought, so be cautious. But again, it looks good to me on the weekly time frame. Like it's due for a pullback. But the fact that you're bullishly engulfing is a really good sign. 3 days overbought, daily's overbought. The 4 hour time frame right now is trying to get oversold. 1 hour chart right now has made a higher low. My guess is the 4 hour chart is going to make a higher low as well. We will see what happens. You're above the 200-day moving average. I like that. 12 hours above it. Daily is now trying to get above it. This thing, if you break this and can close a complete daily candle without losing the level of 1793, I look for a continuation higher. But at the end of the day, at some point, this could also be a rejection. So we'll see what happens. Daily is very overbought, but altcoins could rip here. I would be looking for a possible move higher. Let me go back to the daily chart and kind of see where you have resistance. So there is definitely, obviously, resistance at 2260. And that is back from the 2nd of February. Above that, I see resistance up here at $31, and that is from the 7th of August of last year. So that's what I'm looking at. If you break $23, I see $31 incoming, and just pretty much keep it simple. It's not rocket science. If you lose a certain level, then, or if you break a certain level, you should go to the next level. If you lose a certain level, you should go to the following level. So it's pretty simple to really look at. And I'm looking for $16 to act as support if you do get a move to the downside. If you guys enjoy this quick update, appreciate if you hit the like, subscribe, share this video with your friends. And in conclusion, if you break $18 on the daily time frame and close a daily candle above it, I'm looking for at least a move to $23 and then above that $31. That's all I got for AVAX. It looks bullish to me. Higher time frames are overbought, so just be very cautious. But I will say this, just because the higher time frames are overbought does not mean it cannot go higher. So AVAX actually looks interesting for a continuation higher. I got Grok at 20 million market cap. Thank you for the follow, Thomas. No problem. And yeah, that's all I got. So if you guys have requests for other altcoins, let me know. Otherwise, I'll be back live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time anyway. So I don't expect much to really change. So with that being said, guys, that's probably all I got. I'm gonna watch the end of this NFL game. Oh, it's probably over. Raiders just got an interception. Although Jets have 3 timeouts. So I'm gonna watch the rest of this. I'll be back live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Central Time for the next live stream. Until then, trade safe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for our next live stream. And if you guys have any requests left, I'll just do those tomorrow. How about? So I'll see you guys tomorrow for our live stream.